Hey guys, it's Corey from Corey Survival. Today I'm going to be talking about a tag that was given to me by Budget Outdoors and Survival. It's called the Serious 6 tag, and these questions are pretty good questions, and they are pretty serious questions that I'll be answering. Um, if you guys don't know who Budget is, go check him out. He's got some really great content. I watched one of his solo overnighters the other, I don't know, months back when he posted it. I loved it. It was great. He does a lot of budgeting for outdoor gear and a lot of bushcraft and little cool tips and tricks. So he's just getting starting into live streaming. I think he should definitely keep going with that. It's definitely a great way to get to know your community and know your supporters, definitely. So I can't wait to see you doing more live streams, man. And let's just jump right into this. Alright, so I'm just going to give you guys a quick rundown of what these questions are. Question 1, it's what I fear most in an SHTF situation, like nuclear war, biochemical, natural disaster, an economic collapse, martial law, an E.M.P. or CME. That's one of the other things that's missing on there is CME. If you guys don't know what a CME is, it's a solar flare. The cat's still coming in the view, that's alright. That or a spiritual or political or cult collapse where people just kind of freak out and lose hope in spirituality and in their cult, or a cult, overrules. You know what I mean? Silly kitty. The second one is if no currency value, what do you have as currency? Question 3 is, would you rather, or not would you rather, but, in an SHTF situation, are you going to dig in or bug out, and why? Question 4, in a wilderness, or in an SHTF situation, would you rather choose wilderness or urban, and why? For question 5, it says 3 strongest skills you could bring to the table. I like that question. There's a lot of skills I could bring to the table, honestly. And then for number 6, it says pick 3 YouTube channels under 1,000 subscribers that I wouldn't mind or would love to be in a survival situation with, or SHTF situation with. And then at the end of this video, I'm supposed to tag either 3 or 6. I chose 3 people to tag at the end of this video. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump into question 1. So the first thing I'm going to say, with questions being asked to me, I always have a tendency to overanalyze questions and really get into depth with them. For question 1, SHTF fear I fear the most. A lot of these would honestly come hand in hand with each other. Like, they would be a chain reaction. You get what I mean? What I would think the most chain reaction out of all of these would be honestly nuclear. Second would be obviously bio. But nuclear would be the top of the list for me. Just because of the fact that if a nuclear bomb or nuclear war were to come into an effect, we wouldn't have power. So an E.M.P. blast, it would be like an E.M.P. going off. It could shut off power grids and stuff like that. It could make water and food not able to be accessed because of the radiation and radioactive fallout. That, and it could honestly damage a lot of biochemical factories or anything that deals with biochemical, releasing that. And it would also probably cause martial law. It would also probably cause some religious downfall because people would start losing hope. That, and don't get me wrong, people would also start gaining hope in religion. Trying to find some reason to keep going. Another thing, there would probably be a big economic collapse. There would be probably no such thing as currency anymore in that type of situation. So, in my honest opinion, nuclear being the weapon of all mass destruction, that's my utmost fear. Because honestly, even with radiation and stuff, we don't know if it's going to be able to mutate or anything like that after it goes off. So that's question 1 for you guys. Alright, so for question 2, It says in no time of like if there's no currency in the SHTF situation you're in, what do you have available as currency? What I've got, and you my guys may find this funny, I just got this in an SHTF survival box. I can study up and learn how to make moonshine. That is a great currency in an SHTF situation, especially for people who want just a let go or a way out. I was looking through this, and it actually has a diagram on how to make a distiller. It also has recipes on how to make different types of moonshine. Like as you can see here, there's an apple pie moonshine recipe. What else is there? There's, you know, different steps on actually how to distill your mash. Different types of mashes you could use. There's corn whiskey mash, sugar shine mash, or hybrid mash. But yeah, I was just doing a quick little scan through this, and I could easily learn how to make moonshine. It honestly says step 1, your equipment is probably, it's really easy to start making moonshine. So that's pretty cool. Another thing I could potentially sell as currency would be my knowledge, and honestly, every YouTuber is going to say that, but any services or knowledge I can give, that would be a great way to barter with somebody. For instance, since I'm with, you know, my girlfriend Kira, she can make herbal remedies, like herbal medicines and stuff like that, and I admit that stuff actually, it helps, especially if there isn't any medicine and that's all you've got. That'd be also a good barter. So that's question 2 for you guys. So for question 3, and I agree with the creator of this tag, Hiking Deep. This is a trick question. Dig in or bug out, it is both. Me and my girlfriend, we will not be staying in this house if anything happens. We won't be staying in any of the houses if anything happens, especially inside of a town. Being in an urban situation is scary, especially if something goes down. People freak out, people want stuff. There's honestly going to be like practically no trust with me if something like that breaks out. And pretty much we're going to start bugging out. But once we do get to our meeting spot, we do have a meeting spot where we're going, if anything like that does happen. When we do get there, we're digging in. We've already got like literally our family's got this planned out. We've got plans of, you know, gardening. We have continual spring water running through the property at all times. There's only one way in, one way out. And there's plenty of trees to make sniper nests. There's plenty of ways to hide out. And there's continual, like, deer everywhere. So there's an abundance of food. There's even lakes and streams not even that far away either. So with me being a fisherman, I could even catch food. So, or catch fish. So, or, dinner, whatever you guys want to say. But, yeah, that's what I'm going to say is I'm going to be doing both. I'm going to be bugging out first and then digging in. So, there's question 3. For question 4, I kind of said it already in question 3, wilderness or urban, and why. I would choose wilderness over urban any day. Wilderness because I admit you are by yourself. I mean, if you are with your family and it is an SHTF situation, there is more of a chance, of survivability because there's more of you, and they're people you love and trust. But in an urban situation, with there being such a mass population, depending on where you're at, if you're in a small town, it may be different because everybody knows everybody. You may not know that one crazy person down the road that may take out, half the town, or wants to take out half the town, or, yeah. Small towns, yeah. That's all I'm gonna say, small towns. Not a fan. Dealt with one for 5 years. Yeah, not my thing. Big towns, for me right now, it's a little better just because the fact that the amount of people and I see a new face every day, but it's also very scary in an SHTF situation. Because with that many people, you not knowing anybody, they're not going to care if that's yours or not. Or, they're not going to care if that's your, family member. They're different people. So, that's what I have to say about urban is it's scary. Honestly, when that SHTF situation breaks out, it's going to be hard as hell for me and my girlfriend to get out of our house and get out of town, because all the roads will be blocked. You know, all that stuff. We even calculated how long it'll take to walk if we had to. So, yeah, there's question 4 for you. Question 5, it says, 3 strongest skills you can bring to the table. Now, one of my obvious skills, and you guys all see it on my YouTube channel, is fishing. I'm an extraordinary fisherman. So far this year, I have only ended 1 day with being skunked. So that's pretty decent. I could practically find fish anywhere, and if I don't come back with a fish, I'm gonna come back with a fish. It's gonna be something, whether big or really tiny. You know, there's gonna be at least some food. Another thing is I'm a hunter. I love hunting. So technically I would be a hunter and fisherman, you know, that type of thing. I am a hands-on learner. That's another skill I could bring onto the table, is that I learn very quickly. You give me a power tool, give me anything, show me how to do it real quick, and I will be repeating that same task over and over again. That's just how I learn. To be honest, everything on my YouTube channel is self-taught. I self-taught myself everything on my YouTube channel. Where, you know, especially when it comes to fishing, when it comes to anything bushcraft, you know, building that shelter, for instance, that was all first time me doing that stuff. And honestly, me, you know, doing stuff first time, first hand, I can kind of relate some of my mistakes or some of the things I did with you guys more of on a first hand level. And I feel like that's the best way to be teaching everybody on my YouTube channel. So definitely those are some of my strong skill sets, that, and, you know, just any way I can help or serve, you know, pretty much. You know, I could bring, you know, I'm bringing dinner to the table. I can go build something if you want me to build something. Just show me how. You know, that's all you have to do. I am hands-on. I've got working hands. So there's question 5 for you guys. Alright, so for question 6, it says 3 people I would like to be in an SHTF situation with that are under 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. One YouTuber, I honestly haven't seen him in a minute. I've been honestly kind of worried and curious as to what's been going on his YouTube channel. You know, if you know, maybe he's quit or whatnot. Go over there and, you know, bug him a little bit. You know, I've kind of went over there and bugged him a little bit. But his name is Way of Life and Outdoors. Or his channel name's Way of Life and Outdoors. I love his content. Really love his content. He showed me how to make soap out of yucca. I already knew about making soap because of some of the classes I took in school. I took a Native American class where they actually showed you how to make cordage and soap and stuff like that. Or, you know, taught it in a book, but I never learned it hands-on. He showed it more hands-on for me, so I know how to do that now. He showed how to eat and process, you know, cattails. I think he did how to make cordage out of that too. A bunch of different things about edibles and a bunch of cool primitive survival type stuff. So he's a really great guy. I really do think he'd be a great essential in an SHTF situation. For the second person, it's Alive, Ready, Survival, Bushcraft, and SHTF. The Survival, Bushcraft, and SHTF is in parentheses. And after Alive, Ready, or in between Alive and Ready, there's a dash. He hasn't had any active content for probably this last 7 months, but he is a really, really great guy. I loved watching his stuff. He does a lot of solo backpacking, solo overnighters. He does a lot of bushcrafting as well. You may find a video on his channel how to make a Dakota fire hole. A lot of cool stuff like that. So definitely go check him out. And then lastly, for this question that I would choose is Haggard Outdoors. He's got an amazing shelter built. I definitely think, you know, him knowing how to practically, he looks like he could build practically anything with his bare hands. So, you know, and make it look great. I'm still working at that, but not only that, but he is also definitely great with wilderness bushcraft and survival techniques. He knows a little bit about mushrooms. I don't know anything really about mushrooms. He knows, you know, a lot of edibles and a lot of stuff I don't know. You know, I'm still learning things just watching the guy. Same thing with, you know, Alive and Ready and Way of Life Outdoors. All of those guys I'm constantly learning just watching their channel. So those are all three people I would love to have in an SHTF situation. I believe we would all get along as good, great camping buddies, you know, sitting by the fire. But yeah, there's question 6 for you guys. And the 3 people I'm going to be tagging is Grayman Outdoors. He's a great channel. He does a lot of, clicks a lot of fatwood. There's a lot of nature stuff he does. Very great guy. He comes to one of my live streams and he's just funny. Him and one of my other people one of my other supporters, Old Man. Oh, them two going at it is just so funny. But yeah, that's one guy. That's one channel I'm gonna tag is Grayman Outdoors. The second channel is Budget BushKraft. Other people may know him as BK. Love his stuff too. He's very funny. He's always giving me crap. Always giving me crap. That's all I'm gonna say. And then number 3 is Cabin Life with Glenn and Maureen. I tagged them in the 5x5 Stuck in a Bunker tag, and I really enjoyed their video response to that tag. And I want to see what they would have to come up with the Serious 6 questions. So I think they'll have fun with this. Same goes with BK and Grayman Outdoors. I think you guys have a blast with this tag. If you guys like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and leave a comment down below. Ask away any questions, leave away any comments, you know, anything like that. I always like listening, or not listening, but, you know, seeing what you guys have to say. If you guys are also into this type of thing, I do stuff like this once a week, whether it be talking about SHTF situations, hiking, backpacking, fishing. I love fishing. Anything like that. Hit that subscribe button. I'd love to have all you guys a part of my community. And as always, keep living, keep fishing, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out!